What's the connection between business strategy and application lifecycle management, the process of creating and running custom applications? To think about this, we have to first think about what we mean by business strategy. The word strategy, the term strategic, has been debased. People tend to use that term when all they mean is long-term. We talk about strategic planning when all we mean is long-term planning. This is wrong. The reality is that strategy means being different from your competitors. Strategy means creating competitive advantage, and that advantage comes from differentiation. In our world today, I would argue that virtually all business strategies, all attempts at differentiation, have some IT component. And that differentiation so often flows from custom applications. Think about this. Think about the first organization to implement some innovation in an industry. Think, for example, about the first airline to create check-in kiosks, or the first gas station to offer pay at the pump, or the first shipping company to offer online package tracking. All of these things depend on custom applications, and all of them conferred some substantial advantage to the first firm that implemented them. They were truly strategic. But good ideas are hard to keep secret. And so what always happens is another firm in the industry implements the innovation. Does this second firm also get strategic advantage? The answer is yes, but not as much as the first firm. And by the time a third firm implements this innovation, their advantage is hard to see, because here's what's happening. What's happening is that what began as an innovation is becoming an obligation. The reality is that today, an airline without check-in kiosks, a gas station without pay at the pump, a shipping company without online package tracking would be lost. What begins as an innovation becomes an obligation. Nonetheless, it's important to recognize that there is on this curve a window of differentiation. There is a time in which the first firms to do this truly get strategic differentiation, competitive advantage. Let's call the IT spending that supports that strategic IT. And let's call everything else IT spends money on utility IT. Now, the truth, of course, is that everything eventually slides down this curve and becomes part of utility IT. Nonetheless, initially, you do get true advantage from strategic IT spending. Nicholas Carr, in his famous article, IT Doesn't Matter, from a few years ago, made this mistake. He thought only about utility IT, ignoring the fact that, well, yes, everything eventually becomes an obligation. Those who first implement the innovation truly do get competitive advantage. They get strategic value from doing it. So let's connect the dots. Business strategy means being different from the competition. Being different relies on strategic IT investments, in most cases, to support that differentiation. Those IT investments are most often custom applications, because by the time a package is available, you've slid well down that curve. You are not the innovator anymore, typically. And so custom applications are created and operated through this thing called ALM, Application Lifecycle Management. The link from business strategy straight through to ALM is very clear and very real. Being good at ALM is essential for any organization that wants to create strategic value.